It's just like, will soon come. Maybe something will soon come. Oh well. Anivia buffs. This is actually pretty nice to last it easier. Mana cost reduction. It's like it's a fairly small buff. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. A little bit of mana cost reduction, a bit easier last hitting prior to level 6, which is good. Like some nice quality of life change. Similar to the Orianna ball. Maybe Anivia will get played a little bit more. I don't think Anivia is terrible, but she's really, really annoying to play against, so I hope she's not getting played. So there are any nerfs. And I definitely say it is a pretty big nerf. 0.5 second stun duration, 0.25 after she gets the ultimate. The level 11 doesn't really matter for bot lane. The reduced Tibbers cooldown, like I know on Reddit everyone is like 40% cooldown reduction any perma Tibbers. That doesn't really matter. And Tibbers is mainly dangerous once any gets gets flash anyway. Without flash, the Tibbers is not too dangerous. I think that's a more a mid lane any buff than like anything else. Like support any nerf, mid lane any buff. I think this is actually a pretty good change. Not sure if it's enough, but like the stun duration was just ridiculous early on. So I think it's a pretty good nerf. I'm not sure how this Eve changed the missile speed of the Q actually impacts her. How much like she misses the Q now. We'll see. The E nerf is like okay. That's actually pretty big. Yeah. Wait, that is actually really huge. The DFG doesn't work on it anymore. That's actually pretty big. Okay. That may put Eve in line. I don't think this destroys Eve, but yeah. I think she's still played, but maybe not as permanently banned as she is right now. The ultimate change, I didn't even know that it would is like this, but okay. They're doing a similar thing to Janna now. It also has initial cast time, which I didn't really know either. But I guess if you played more Janna, you would have known that. That's pretty nice, so you can easier react to something like a cannon or Karthus or whatever, jump in and push him out. I'm not sure why they didn't buff exactly the heal on the ultimate. That seems just strange. So you still have to channel for 3 seconds. Yeah, I still think that Janna's probably too weak in lane to be picked. I don't really think that changes anything. I'm not sure. I don't really understand that change. I would maybe have increased her early game damage somehow to make her stronger. Maybe I don't know. Maybe base AD increased or something. Jinx loses a lot of health, and I didn't know that it didn't have a standardized arm time, but I guess it does have now. I think that's I'm not sure what that exactly means. Is it like the Cho'Gath Q, which had random elements in it? They now got changed? I'm not exactly sure what that is, what this thing here is about. But I guess it's a nerf. No idea. And less damage on the flame jumpers. Interesting. I wouldn't really have seen that nerf. I would rather have seen like maybe W slow like W slow, not that high anymore or something. I'm not sure. But I guess the damage reduction also will help. It's like it's dangerous to get like stunned by Leona and then flame jumpered by Jinx. Nasus nerf. No idea why. Nasus isn't really picked at high level. I guess lower level players complain a lot about Nasus. I think Nasus is almost unplayable with that change. He gets kited even more. I think that's a really, really huge change. Yeah. I think he's like not playable in competitive play anymore. Solo Q obviously still, but huge enough. Doesn't look that much, but there will a cast reduction on both the standard spell and the ultimate. Yeah, that's a lot. And Rengar nerfed to the ground. It's like 2 seconds instead of 6 seconds attack speed. The Q bug fixed. Less heal. Is it? Amplified by 1% of missing health. Yeah, that's less heal, right? If he would miss 100% of his health, it would heal the same as before. Yeah. So that's like a straight up nerf. So less heal, less damage on the Q and the bug fix. I'm not sure if he will see Rengar. That's like a huge nerf. Same with Riven. Like Riven's Q is nerfed so hard. I'm fine with it, but holy crap. And first of all, a bit less early AD, a bit more AD per level. So yeah. That's whatever. But this is crazy. Decrease to 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, plus 40 to 60% total attack damage. Wait, no, actually, I misread that. That was bonus attack damage. Okay, actually I misread that. I thought it would be the other way around. Let me think. It may not be that big of a nerf as I thought it would be. 40% total attack damage. How much do you have? Like 100? A bit less than 100 level 1. It would be like 40. Wait, is that a buff? Wait a second. You have like 70, 80 AD. Wait, how much base AD? Yeah, well, we know how much base AD she has. I'm stupid. 54. 54 times 0.4. That's like 20. But that is a buff, isn't it? That seems weird. Like her early game Q damage is higher than before. Or at least the same. I think the Q is buffed. I think the Q does more damage now. A bit. Oh, wait, whatever. Like, I don't think the Q really changed that much. Like 60% total attack damage. Maybe because of the ultimate, it may not be. Whatever. I actually misread. I don't think this is a huge change. Shield duration reduced. She still has the same ridiculous mobility. I don't think this changes much. Yeah, I don't think this is really a big change. Like, it's total instead of bonus now, which is pretty big. Alright. Shyvana change. Okay, damage reduced by 5, good. I'm not sure what that exactly is about, the minimum damage. I'm not playing Shyvana. But okay, burnout a little bit, damage reduced. Flame breath damage reduced. Dragon descent. Correctly matches the top tooltip? Okay. So a little bit less damage on Shyvana. She is still as tanky. She is a bit nerfed. I don't think it changes much. But it will change. It changes a bit because Mundo is not nerfed. So Mundo is like uncontested number 1 top pick probably now. Shyvana slight nerf. I think it's okay. I don't think she was that ridiculous. That may put her as a strong champion, but not as crazy as she is right now. Thresh. Now changes indicator particles in nearby LEBs. Statistically. I think that you can't ward block it anymore. Yeah. I know, like I've read on Twitter Crapo complaining about it. I think it's, I don't know, I don't really like that either. I like that you could block the Thresh Lantern with wards. I think it was a cool feature. I don't like that they put it out. That is a huge thrash buff, especially in competitive play. The ultimate is a bit nerfed, but I think the lantern buff makes up for it. So I think this is a huge competitive thrash buff. And solo queue, especially lower level, it will not matter, but I think you will see way more thrash now with the any nerf and thrash buff. Yasuo, they're not sadly not nerfing him. They're nerfing the static shift on him, and they're like smoothing out his playstyle a bit, and they're buffing his ultimate. Yeah, he's still OP. Fix the bug, small Darius buff. Philadelphia is bugged right now because like it works like Hecarim ultimate, and they fixed that, which is good. So they're not running away anymore, which is a pretty big Fiddle buff. Not sure if it will be played. Okay, Fiora, bug fix, Tutor, bug fix. Now goes on Kunio when it finishes casting. A lot of spells have that. I like that they started changing it. They sadly still don't fix the Ezra Q bug, where the Ezra Q just disappears when he gets CC'd. This is also decent Malzahar buff, so if you ultimate the Tristana who jumps away, Tristana won't finish the jump, so we'll stop everything, which is good. Which is with Malzahar buff. I don't think it really makes him viable. Olaf nerf, okay. Small changes, blah blah blah. We'll skip that. Spirit Visage nerf, 10% good reduction. That's pretty big. You may not see it every game anymore, possibly. It's still good, but I think it's more so now against magic damage and not against everything. So that's a good nerf. Sunfire Cape nerf. You need level 15 to have the same damage, which is a nice nerf. I still think you will see a lot of Sunfire Capes. Don't think the Sunfire Cape changes that much, but it's a small nerf, which is good. I like that they nerfed both of those items. They're just in every game. Okay, some jungle changes. I'm not sure how much it will impact. I think you will probably see even more Spirit of the Ancient Golem. So, yeah, whatever. This change is like way bigger. Outer turrets no longer gain bonus armor and magicals for the first 8 minutes of the game. Top and middle lane outer turrets now have 20 damage reduction from champion basic attacks. So you will not lane swap anymore, which is weird. Like, I don't really understand why they completely take out lane swap. And I think this will make champions like Vayne or whatever even less viable. I really don't like this change. I think this is a really bad change. But, okay. Lane swapping, not possible. Almost. Yeah, I don't like this change. So that you then force now that you have to defend bottom lane, because bottom lane is like by far the easiest lane to push now. Because they take 20 more damage than, than every other lane, which is like early game. How much damage does a champion do? Like 100 maybe? Taking 20 damage out of 100, that's 20% damage reduction, which is pretty huge. There's still creeps and whatnot, but yeah, big change. And I think the rest is just, yeah, rest is just Crystal Scar and okay, new player. That's good. It's hard to get into the game right now.